Hello, peeps. I'm live. So, right now, as soon as there's a few people in here, I'm going to tell a ghost story. Yeah. This is Georgie Porgy, the Night Sky Ministries tarot reading, and you just tuned in. I might do a few tarot card readings. I might. But right now, it's ghost story time. Yup. Ghost story time. Woo! Spooky. 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 And I'll get to start on that ghost story as soon as we have a few people in here. Let's see now. Let's see now. Well, there might be a few people coming in. That's good. How have you guys been? How have all y'all been? Let's put out a little flyer here. Even on Instagram, I put one out, but let's put one out on Facebook. Ghost story time on YouTube live streaming on channel, and then we'll put Night Sky Ministries Tarot Reading, and then join us. How many people know that movie? Join us. Yup. Bam. Yup. Ghost story time on YouTube. Live streaming on channel Night Sky Ministries Tarot Reading. Join us. There we go. All right. While we're waiting on some people to join in on the ghost story time, spooky, I think I'm gonna do a couple card readings. I like that collective. There's almost everyone that tuned in and seen where I did the tarot reading for collective actually said that it resonated with them. It was spot on. So we'll see right now what happens. But let's check out one more thing before we do that, okay? Let's see. How many of y'all are dreading the summer? Especially where I live. Southern California, Imperial Valley. Woo-wee. Yeah. Gets to 120 sometimes. 120. And August is, wow. So humid here. I still love the valley, but it's so humid. Oh man. I like this winter got so cold though. Oh, I couldn't believe it. Not cold enough for me to wear a jacket, though. That has to be really cold. But it was cold. It was pretty cold. Let's see. Someone's asking me what you gonna do. Let's see. Tarot reading. And when enough peeps join in, I'ma tell a couple of ghost stories. I said going live on YouTube and they asked on Facebook. No, on YouTube. And then oh man. Let's see. One more person I'm gonna tell one more person just because they've been wanting to see this live. Let's see. Hey, I'm gonna go live on YouTube. Someone liked my story post that I just posted right now about the ghost stories. One person said, "Oh hell, I won't sleep then. Haha, gonna be too scared." They're not the ones I'm gonna tell ain't that scary. I'm gonna even tell them that. The ones I'm gonna tell ain't that scurry. I put scurry. LOL. Let's see. Woo. Oh, okay. We got a few people. Hey, Roz. How's it going, Roz? Ross Zen. Long time no see, buddy. And then Gabriella. Hello. Could you ask a question and answer? Are you still here, Gabriella? What question? Were you having me ask you a question, or you wanted to ask a question? Yeah, you're here. All right. You wanted to ask the question? You can ask a question. Okay. Go ahead and ask a question. Roz. Rossin. What up? All right. I'm ready for your question. Throwing out an emoji. Let's see. Do they have heart emojis here? They have cool emojis. Okay. Just met a guy, Daniel Virgo. There. Woo, theater director, huh? All right. And what's your question? Yeah, found a heart emoji. That's all I wanted. Okay, what's his opinion about me? What does he want? Thanks. All right. Those are two questions, but let's see if we can find the answer. One moment. One moment. There's someone beeping me here. Haha. Yep, there's quite a few people that are going to be joining us right now. Let's see. Sweet. All right. I'll answer your question right now. His intentions. Okay. All right. Hey, Jen. What's up, Jen? All right, let's see. Gabriella has a question on a guy she just met. His name is Daniel. He's a Virgo, a theater director. Dang, that's something. And she wants to know his opinion about her and his intentions. Does he have good intentions? And what's his opinion about her? It better be good. She seems like a good person. I love your hair color, by the way. That's cool. Let's see, for Gabriella. And if you guys can, smash that like button. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. And for those of you that don't know me yet, I'm Georgie Porgy, your tarot reader for Night Sky Ministries tarot reading. Let's see. What's his opinion about her? And what does he want? Let's see. Gabriella. Met a guy named Daniel who is a Virgo. He's a theater director. What is his intentions with her? And what is his opinion about her? All right. Gabriella, you're going to have to tell all your other friends about me and have them tune in here as well. I might start doing live every day. I might. All right. One of you guys have been feeling like as if you're backstabbed. Was that you from a past relationship or some type of situation that just happened? Fun life. Thank you. And Gabrielle, if this isn't you feeling this way, this most likely is him. He's been backstabbed, and also it could be that at the same time, it could be that you're both kind of worried because you and kind of iffy because you just met each other. Don't worry about anything. Every relationship is different, and so you got to treat every relationship different. You know, this isn't your ex. This is someone new, right? You just met him. But one of you guys overall, or both of you guys overall, feel like this right now. All right. But you guys can build on this foundation. It can be solid if you guys, take your time and get to know each other. Be honest with each other. Communicate with each other. And respect each other. And then the love will start pouring in, all right? Also, you guys can have reciprocity. That's an equal give and take. All right? And if things have been feeling unbalanced for you, they'll start balancing out for you. But as far as relationship-wise, this can be an equal give and take relationship. You guys just have to be open with each other and be honest with each other. This can work out. And you guys will have a choice. This is the Lover's card. So you guys will have a choice, some choices to make. Also, this can work out, And either you manifested him or he manifested you. Or both. Okay? Woo-wee. Yep, this is him. Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. You said Virgo, right? So this is right here. And if you don't believe me, you can Google this. the King of Pentacles. It's an earth sign. It's Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And you said Virgo. So this is him. He's got his stuff together. He really does want something solid. So it looks like his intentions are good. He wants something real. Okay? Let's see. But this is a big change for the both of you guys. A big change for the both of you guys, but it's a change for the better. Out with the old and in with the new. It's a good change. It's transformation. And things will start picking up a little faster. Not only that, this could mean travel. So you guys could travel with each other, or cute, lovely messages getting sent back and forth to each other. All right? Let's pull out one more card for you, Gabriella. Woo-wee. Yeah, you just have to be smart about it, and you have to be honest about it. All right? Don't be so cold, though, and don't worry about nothing. Just be honest and smart. All right, Gabriella? But his intentions are good, and this can grow into something that'll last a while. Yes, he likes you, and it's a small offer for now, but it'll grow. What's up, Valerie? But it'll grow from here. Like it'll start off small. Like did you guys go for coffee or just chat for a little while? And if you guys haven't gone for coffee or nothing yet, I suggest that you guys go share a milkshake or a coffee at Starbucks, or a milkshake, or even a soda like they did back in Grandma and Grandpa days when they went down to a little restaurant. You know, something small, something cool, something fun. Heck, even McDonald's is good. You know, you went for drinks first meeting. That's cool. Heck yeah. See, it starts off small like that, and it'll start growing. You guys just keep in touch with each other. You guys keep honest with each other, and keep communicating. Communication's key. All right? And stay open, because this is different. This is different. Yep. This is different. And yeah, this guy could be your soulmate. It's going to be fun for you, though. It's really going to be fun. So be happy. Valerie, how's it going? Who else is in here still? There's Jennifer, Gabriella, Valerie. Is Ross still in here? Oh, you're welcome, Gabriella. If you like ghost stories, stick around. I'm going to tell a couple here in a sec. I'm going to have some fun with some tarot reading, and then tell a ghost story here. Oh, you're going off to tell people? All right. Hell yeah. That's cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, this is fun. I like doing this. I had a buddy of mine when I was about 12 years old, and he was about 15, 16. So what's going to happen with my job situation? Keep him busy as usual. Yeah, it's good to keep busy. It's good to keep busy. Keeps your mind off of stress and negative things. So that way you're allowing the positive to come in. Jennifer, I'll shuffle the cards for you right now. Let's see. What's going to happen with Jennifer and Lopez and her job situation? What I see is you looking for something better and something new. and something will be offered to you, but you got to start looking. Let's see. So I know it kind of sucks where you're at, but at the same time, it's like, at least it's something. Let's see here. And whoever hasn't smashed that like button, smash that like button and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet. Yeah. I know that place that you just mentioned right now kind of sucks. You know, I've only been there just to walk through that place to get somewhere else, Jennifer. That's the funny thing. All right, Jennifer and Lopez. The work situation. One more shuffle for Jennifer and Lopez. Let's give her some good news about a work situation. All right. Well, you're very good at business-minded, and you're very good at being business-minded, and you are you're gonna play it smart, but you are gonna take action. Okay. Still go after whatever you're passionate about, but at the same time, what's it called? For now, to use as stepping stones, what you're gonna do is take action and look for somewhere else. There's a flower right there. I say, try Lowe's. For some reason, I mean, Lowe's has nothing to do with flowers, but as soon as I seen that flower in the Queen of Wands hands, Lowe's popped out in my head. Try to apply at Lowe's. Yep. Maybe the garden section. At least flowers don't try to make your day miserable, you know. I also see here there could be a chance for you to go on a date soon or even start a relationship, Jennifer. I know you didn't ask about that, but that came out. All right. You're still going through mental conflict. There's still some conflict around you too. And you're worried. Also, you still feel kind of like, you know, but all of this is going away already. You're at the 10. So this is completion. You love flowers. Also, stop carrying so much burden. You know, you got to stop carrying so much burden. I mean, I know it's easier said than done, but as soon as you teach yourself how to do that, things will lighten up and good things will start happening for you. Right now, you kind of feel confused about everything. Like, what should I do? What should I do? You know, kind of juggling your thoughts here and there. But you'll find something and it'll come clear to you. All you have to do is just not give up. Okay, you'll find something and you'll be happy that you did that. King of Pentacles came out for you too. You might want to ask that. It's a Taurus, right? You might want to ask that Taurus to get off his butt and you know, you guys go somewhere fun to blow off some steam. Finally, need to get to a happier place now. Anyways, always in my head. Yeah, for reals. Who else joined the chat room? Who else joined my live stream right now? Hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. And if you don't know who I am, if you're new, you can call me Georgie. Everyone else winds up calling me Georgie. Jen, another card that came out was this right here. It's the moon. It's like, I want to know about my job and dating situation too. All right, Valerie, we'll do that right now. the moon, Jen. This right here is like fear of the unknown, doubts, worries, stress, things unsaid. It could also be this new moon that's coming up. You're gonna want to set your intentions. You know, write down on a piece of paper exactly what you desire. Watch a couple of videos on the law of attraction, and how to use law of attraction with a pen and paper, or pencil and paper. You know, and take advantage of that new moon that's coming up. And yeah, you need to go and blow off some steam, because you feel like it's you against the world. Kind of like that Tupac song, "Me Against the World." Yeah, Jen. And also, you're gonna have options, Jen. You're gonna have options. As soon as them options pop up, you're gonna want to take your time. You'll pick the right one, though. You will. It most likely is, it's either about work or dating. Looks like about work. Okay. So there's nothing to worry. Yeah, see, look at that. There's nothing to worry about. You'll have an offer. You will have an offer. You just can't give up. And you got to start thinking positive, and especially because this card came out, the Ace of Pentacles. You're gonna have a good offer, something better than where you're at right now. So don't give up, okay? Don't give up at all. And then look, check this out. Queen of Pentacles came out on top too. So yeah, you're gonna be able to be stable. Yep. It's on dating also. You have a few options on dating. So it's on both. It's gonna be on both. It's funny how you just asked about, job wise, and the card still what's up, Elliot? The card still turned around and told you about, your dating life. So yeah, you're gonna have options on both dating and jobs. Just don't give up, and especially because of this reading, you have to put a smile on your face and feel happier about this. So that way you can invite some good good vibes and feel groovy. All right, Elliot, you better smash that like button right there. All right, Valerie, it's your turn. Are you still here, Valerie? What's up, man? What's up, bro? Queremos rock. I love that. Flanagan. Oh, yeah, Jen, you don't have anything to worry about. The only thing you have to worry about is you worrying. That's it. Kind of like that saying. The only thing you have to fear is fear itself. Here we go, Valerie. This is for Valerie on her love life and on her job life. Let's see, Valerie. Let's see. I see you ending one cycle and starting another, and this will lead you to be able to be grounded and have a better chance at a better way of making money. Let's see. Yeah, you're manifesting this. You just have to keep positive. Like, every time you think about what you desire, think about it in a positive vibe, and then throw on some music that makes you like lifts up your vibe. Let's see. see, Valerie Cornejo. Let's do a reading for Valerie Cornejo. Valerie Cornejo. Valerie Cornejo. Tell me some good news for Valerie Cornejo. All right, Valerie Cornejo. You're walking away from something that doesn't serve you and walking straight to that missing cup right there. This is the 8 of Cups. And it might take a couple of moons. I'll tell a scary story right now. And it might take a couple of moon phases. Maybe from what's it called? From the new moon to the full moon. But you'll find that missing cup right there that you're walking towards. You're being guided to it. Right now, you kind of feel stuck, Valerie, and almost like, what should I do? Am I right? Is Valerie still here? But there's a decision you'll have to make. And don't worry, take your time. It'll be clear. The decision you have to make, it'll come clear. Just be honest with yourself. Okay? And then you'll start a passionate new beginning. Work-wise, you might have to renew a contract, and if it ain't a contract, what you'll do is you'll just start out with if you haven't done your resume and all that. This could be that because this is something on paper sometimes, and it could be like turn in your resume. Oh, I'm right. Turn in your resume and applications to different places. Even if you have to do it online, still go ahead after you do it online. Wait like the next day or a couple of days, and then go to the place that you put your applications in, and let them know that you put your application in. It's almost like like a checkup, but it's so that they can see your personality and how you are, and you'll get picked up. And if that's not the case, if you like where you're at, but let me see. Oh my God, yes, I do got to do contract for my job right now. That's what I was going to get back at. If you don't like where you're at, if you like where you're at and you got to renew your contract, this is what it's about. Yeah. So basically, things are going to be good for you. You have nothing to worry about, and you'll have an equal give and take. Things will start balancing out for you. Let's see. We'll pull out a couple of more cards. If you're not with this person right now, that's the King of Wands. They're a very passionate person. They're smart. They are business-minded also. If you're not with this person already, that's one of the cups. Let's see. I just applied for a higher position where I'm at. Yeah. If you applied for a higher position where you're at, you'll get it. You kind of have to bug without like seeming like as if you're bugging, It's kind of like well, yeah, exactly that. It's like you're bugging, but at the same time, you're not annoying. Yeah, that's what it is. You're not being annoying, but you're letting them see that you're serious about it. All right. And if you're not with this person right now, this person is coming into your life. All right. And this person's a very passionate person. And let's see. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. There is someone that feels like they're not happy at where they're at right now. And there's going to be some good messages coming in for you, Valerie. And little messages back and forth. Also, things will start speeding up for you too. And you will end one cycle and start another. All right? And the only thing that is stressful is just what's all in your head. It's all in your head. Okay? And that's all for Valerie. All right, who's next on the tarot reading? Who's next? Huh? You have to change that yes, I hope so to a yes, I know so. Because you are worthy, Valerie. You just have to keep telling yourself and feel it and know it. I know so. I am worthy. Yeah. That's basically a lot of times we overthink things. You know, we overthink things and sometimes we make them bigger than what they really are. And if we learn how to step back like an artist does while he's painting, they'll stop and they'll step back and look at their painting to see the big picture, the whole picture. They'll take a break for a little while and then come back to their painting, and they'll make it even better than what it was. As basically kind of like what we have to do with our own lives sometimes, step back and look at the big picture and see, you know. Yeah, just rephrase it. Not I hope so, I know so, and feel it, feel it. Oh, one more thing, Valerie, and anyone else who's in here, whenever you're fixing yourself up, like your hair, your makeup, whatever it is, even the guys that are in here, when you're shaving your face and brushing your teeth, when you look at yourself in the mirror, tell yourself positive things like that. Say, I am worthy of love. I am love. I am a money magnet. I generate wealth. I live a life of abundance. I'm grateful for my life of abundance. I'm happy. I'm worthy. I am. And then tell yourself, I love you. And throw yourself a kiss in the mirror. Start doing that every day. It makes a big difference in your life. It makes a big difference. It'll start changing things for you. Yep. Whoever joined the chat room, smash that like button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Please subscribe. And if you don't know who I am, you can call me Georgie. I'm Georgie Porgy, tarot reader, and you've just tuned in to Night Sky Ministries tarot reading. And right now, since no one else has asked for their tarot reading, I'm gonna go ahead and tell a ghost story. All right. This is one time, well, actually a few times, but the first time, I was about 12 years old, and exactly, Elliot. Tell yourself, soy chingon y dile hi. When you look at yourself in the mirror. But I was about 12 years old, and this friend of mine, I won't say his name, just in case, they were about 15 years old, 16 years old, around there. And they came they came and stayed the night here, and their dad had been a family friend since even before I was born. And their dad told me, do not tell them about any ghosts, at all, because I don't want uh, I don't want them to come and sneak into our room and I wake up and he's asleep on the floor, or she's asleep on the floor, they're asleep on the floor. So I said, okay, well, we're chilling here in this living room, and we're watching TV, and I didn't mention anything. I'm just chilling and stuff. And what's it called? All of a sudden, you hear the cabinet in the kitchen open up slow, and it creaked too, just like the movies. All, and then all of a sudden, you hear one of the cups get pushed out of the cabinet and start bouncing. Ding, 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 ding. And then it starts rolling back and forth and back and forth. All the way to the opening of the kitchen right here, because I'm in the living room and the kitchen's just right over there. All the way to the opening of the kitchen, and then all the way back to where the sink is and stuff in the kitchen, rolling back and forth. My friend turns around and looks at me, and they said, hey, I don't believe in that stuff, right? And I told them, you don't have to believe in that stuff. It just happens. But if you ignore it and you don't show any fear, you just ignore it and keep watching TV, it'll stop. But it didn't stop. I think it's because it kept sensing this person's fear, and it kept rolling back and forth. And then they look at me and they said, I don't believe in that stuff. And I said, it's okay, you don't need to. And then it stopped. And I told them, hey, it stopped right there at the edge of the kitchen. Watch, look. And they didn't want to stand up. And this person's older than me. This person was older than me. I was 12, but I was used to this because I grew up, around this stuff. And I told them, go look. And they're like, you look, you. And I said, come on, don't be chicken. So I stood up. Jennifer's never coming to my house. So I stood up. That's cool. Hell's no, never stepping foot in your house ever. And I walked to the edge of the kitchen and I turned the light off and I said, watch, come here, look. And so they get up and they go look. The cup's not there. And the cabinet door is closed. I mean, the cabinet door is closed for where we had the cups at. And then they look at me and they said, no, I don't believe in that stuff. I said, you don't need to. You don't need to. And so I turn off the light. We come and sit down. And we're still watching TV. And they go and sit at the same place, where they were sitting. And I was sitting on a couch that was on this side of the room, at the living room. And we're watching TV, and a little while goes by, enough for the show to come on, and then a commercial, and then the show to come on again. And then after that, you hear like as if one of the chairs in the kitchen gets pulled back, like someone's in there. It gets pulled back, and then like as if they picked it up and dropped it. Boom. And then you hear like as if someone sits on it. And then I look at my friend and I'm smiling, and they're looking back at me and they said, no, For reals? I said, yeah, dude. You just have to ignore it. That's all. I said, when it starts messing around like that, I said, usually when I'm by myself, it won't do stuff like that. It'll be in other rooms and they'll mess around with stuff in other rooms. Sometimes they'll flush the toilet by themselves. Like as if someone went to the restroom, you know? Sometimes the doors will open and close and stuff, or else there'll be other times where um, like you'll hear, and it can be a bunch of people and it can be during the daytime. But there's been times where we're just chilling and, you know, my mom's sitting here and other people are here, and you hear like as if it's one of us. And a lot of times you'll hear like as if it's my mom or me. You know, this one particular time, it sounded like my mom calling me to the room way in the back, you know, to my mom's room. But it kept saying, Georgie, 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 just like that. But it sounded exactly like my mom, only a little different, almost digital, like. And what's it called? A few of my friends that were here, they look at me and they look at my mom, and my mom smiles and she says, "Go see what it is. Go see what they want." I said, "All right." So I walk over to her room. I said, "What, Mom? What?" And you hear it from her closet, "Georgie." And I started laughing. I said, "What do you want? I know you're not my mom." And nothing, nothing. You know, nothing at all. You don't see anything. You don't hear anything anymore. Nothing. So then I walk all the way back to the living room, and what's it called? When I had walked to the living room, I was telling my mom, you know, the one last thing that we said. One of my friends wants to start a ghost story podcast with me. Yeah, let's do that. And what's it called? Well, see, the people that were here weren't really like freaked out. It was more like a surprise, and it was more like at awe. Mainly because, and I'm not gonna lie, there was one of them that was tripping out, but it wasn't so much like they like ooh, you know, spooky. It was more like whoa, what the hell? Because, you know, a lot of people haven't experienced that. Like I would tell people things that would happen here, and then other things I would experience at other places. Hell yeah, Elliot, let's do that. And like at Vaughn's here in Brawley, at Vaughn's, oh man, that place is haunted. There's been lots of times where like you're like I'm shopping, and all of a sudden, like this one time, you see a loaf of bread get like pulled off and then boom, dropped. It wasn't like it just fell off because it was leaning and it wasn't on the shelf right. No. And I wasn't the only one that's seen it. Um one uh one of the workers there, that was they were stocking what's it called, the wine that was there, because here's where all the bread and all the sweet stuff is. There's the where the bakery is and stuff, and the wine's over here, and it's kind of in front of where the bread is. And they seen that, and I looked at them and I smiled at them and I said, "Have you ever seen stuff like that happen here?" And they said, "Yeah, I just don't say anything." I said, "Dude, I've seen it quite a few times here at Vaughn's. Like, you guys don't know, dude. Like, this place is haunted." And then he's all, "Oh, yeah, um, I don't doubt it. Like, stuff like that happens here and there." So I guess they were used to it, you know. But yeah, quite a few things, cool things have happened here. And yeah, Elliot, we're gonna do that. We're gonna start that podcast. It's gonna be fun. um, Does anyone else want their tarot cards read? What's up, Heather High Times? Yeah, I had fun back in it was November with Elliot and Heather at their pad in San Diego. That was cool. It was a cool experience. We did get some video footage. We did get some what's it called? Some EVPs. Let's see, Jennifer. When they try to trick you and call for you, what do they want? Just to mess with you? It's mostly just for attention. That's all it really is. It's for attention. It's almost like when you get bored and what's it called? Like for someone else, they would freak out. Like that one friend I was talking about. That was the first time they stayed the night here. They stayed the night here 3 different times, and it wasn't in the row either. After that night happened, when they didn't sleep all night. They waited till the sun came up and they went home, and they just lived a couple blocks down. They lived on Olive. I know Jennifer knows where Olive is. They lived on Olive, that dead end street. And what's it called? They didn't come over here for about, I say like 2 months, but they would call me to go to their house. And a couple of days went by though, and I went to go visit, and their dad said, "Hey, Georgie, I told you not to tell him anything about ghosts." I said, "I didn't." And his dad was kind of like a dad to me, so I called him Pops. I said, "I didn't, Pops. I promise you I didn't. You can ask him. I didn't." I said, "It's just it acted out in front of him because I knew it would get, it knew it would get a kick out of him reacting the way he did. He got scared. But what's it called? It's been a few times where like it's acted out in front of people, and different people react different ways. But I've even had this one guy I knew. 3 of my friends had came over, and 2 of them had brought that guy with them. And I hadn't knew him for a while, and they kept telling him like, "Hey, if you hear something or see something, don't get scared. Just like ignore it." And the funny thing is he thought all of that was fake. It was October at Elliot's and Heather's. But that guy thought it was fake, and he thought they were just messing with him. I guess because like he was used to being around people that are fake. So they brought him over here, and what's it called? I had beer in the refrigerator, and so I asked them, "Maybe you guys want a beer?" And of course they said, "Yeah," And at that time, see, because my room on this side is a long wall, and then there's a door, and that door goes into like a small restroom. There's no shower in it. It's just a sink and a commode, to poop and pee in. And in the sink, you wash your hands and brush your teeth and all that. But it's as big as like a walk-in closet, And what's it called? So on that long wall, if you go into the hallway and you look on the other side, it's a restroom in the hallway. So there's a wall dividing the 2 restrooms, and then a wall here dividing the hallway restroom and my room. All right. And against that wall, I had and I still have it in my room. It's just against a different wall now. But I had a church organ, and it's old and it's nice. It's cool. It's like from the 60s or 70s, something like that. So that guy that, my 2 friends had brought over sat at the organ, and I told him, "Dude, turn it on, play it. I'm going to go grab you guys a beer." So I came to the kitchen and I grabbed 4 beers, one for me, one for that guy that my 2 friends brought over, one for my 2 friends, and one for that what's it called? 5 beers, one for that other friend that had came over. So what's it called? When I walked back to the room, and I did take my time because I had clamato. I love drinking clamato with my beer, and I was looking in the refrigerator for it, found it, and I walked back to the room and I hear them laughing. And I was like, oh man, I missed out on a joke, or I missed out on them making fun of each other or something. And I walk in, I was like, what's up? And I see that guy that 2 of my friends had brought because what's it called? Sitting at the at the organ still, but he's sitting there like this. And then he looks at me, and he looks at the other 3 friends, and he's like, "No, dude, no, f you guys, f you guys." And he looks at me and he says, "Hey George, that was you scratching on the wall right now, huh?" And I said, "No, dude." I said, "I have these beers and I have my clamato." I said, "I could barely open the door. What's up?" I said, "Where did it scratch at?" And he says, "It scratched along the top of the wall." And he said, when he pointed to the top of the wall, he actually meant, the part that actually touches the ceiling, that part of the wall. And he says it scratched from. He says, "I heard the scratch come from over there in the corner all the way to that corner." And I said, "Dude, how could I have done that?" And he says, "Well, then it started scratching right in front of me too, and then it knocked 3 times." And I said, "All right, dude, watch, come here." I walked them to the hallway. I opened up the restroom for the hallway I opened up the door for the hallway restroom. And I said, "Look, there's a wall there and there's a wall here. This wall divides, this wall is for my room and that wall is for the restroom that's in my room. How could I have scratched all the way from, that corner all the way to the other corner and went," I said, "through the wall?" I said, "I would have had to been able to float and walk through walls or float through walls to scratch from that corner to the other corner. Like, what's up?" And like, he's looking at the walls, and then he looks at me and he's all, "Nah, man, nah, nah, I don't like this place." I said, "Dude, come on, man, just chill for a while. It'll stop. You just have to stop, being chicken. It'll keep doing this because you're chicken." So I took him back to my room, and our other friends are still laughing at them. Our other 3 friends that are there, they're still laughing at him. And what's it called? One of our friends, he won't care if I say his first name. His name's Dan. Dan had cancer at the time, and he was telling him what's it called, that that if he dies, he knows exactly who to haunt. And I thought that was the funniest thing, man. And what's it called? So we're sitting there for a while, and I hadn't even thrown music on. We're talking about the ghosts, and it's more than one ghost that was here. So I start talking about different things. Dan starts talking about certain things that he's experienced. My other 2 friends start talking about certain things that they've experienced, especially this one guy. We'll just call him by his last name because he won't care if I mention that. Especially Hoskins, because where he lived out was out on Hoskins Road, out by Westmoreland, and this is Imperial Valley. And he used to go out because to go cruising, off-roading out in the desert was like as if it was his backyard, So he'd be out there all the time by himself. We call it the gravel pits. He'd be out there by himself a lot all the time. And he's told me about certain things that he's experienced, stuff about his house that he's experienced and stuff. And I forgot about that one guy that got freaked out, you know? And all of a sudden you start hearing the scratching again. And so that guy gets up and goes and sits on my bed. And I was laughing at him. I was like, dude, that's why it's doing it to you. You know, you're being chicken. I said, it knows it and it feels it. I said, basically what it's doing is it's feeding off your fear. I said, you keep like as if you're letting that energy out. I said, it's feeding off of that. I said, and also it's funny. I said, I think it's funny, you know? And so what's it called? I go and sit next to my organ and we're still talking and stuff. And after a while, you start hearing the scratching and back of him on that wall and back of him. And we had a few more beers. I even came to the kitchen and got a few more beers. You know, this is about a 2-hour span of time. You know, and I go back to the room, and the guy who got scared says, "Dude, after this beer, I'm out, man. Like, I'm out. I don't like this. I don't like it." And I said, "What happened?" I said, "Tell me what else happened. What, more scratching?" He says, "No, dude." And one of my other friends had said that painting that's on your wall started shaking back and forth. Not like, you know, like this. It started doing this, like swinging back and forth by itself. And I guess one of them went and held the painting down and then went and sat back down, and you know, it wasn't doing anything for a while, just like these ones in back of me. And then after like about I say like roughly like 15-20 seconds, it started doing it again by itself. And they said that when they heard me walking to the room, and they said, "Oh dude, we're gonna tell George," it stopped. And so I could understand why that guy was freaked out. And this guy, when we were older, wound up moving into a house that was haunted. You know, stuff would get thrown off of the top of his refrigerator, and it happened one time, and it was only like 5 or 6 of us at his house, and it happened, and that guy's dad was there. And I look at him and I said, "Hey, bro, that reminds me, one time your son was at my pad and I told him everything that had happened, and his dad started laughing. He says, "Yeah, he's always been a little chicken, yeah." And I said, "Yeah, but I mean, he wound up moving into a house that's haunted." He says, "Oh yeah." He says, "That happens a lot here. Is even like you can come to the kitchen and all the cabinet doors are open. After they've been shut, you know." And so yeah, man. I think all that stuff is cool and funny. But quite a bit has happened here. High Times is a hella old name. Oh, man. So, does anyone else want their tarot cards read? Is there anyone else here that wants their tarot cards read? I know some of you aren't going to probably be able to sleep tonight. I know Elliot and Heather are. They're used to that stuff. Yep. All right. So should I do tarot reading for the collective, meaning like everyone that's in the zodiac, or should I tell one more ghost story? I'll wait for someone to answer here. Ooh, collective, but ghost stories are done. Oh, are fun. I thought you meant like done. Stop, George. I'll tell one more ghost story and then do a card reading for collective. All right. There's this one time I was living in El Centro, and Elliot knows what house it was because he was there before me, and then I had went in. Well, it's too late. Won't sleep at all now. I'm sorry, Jen. But I have my window open, so if I hear effing George, yeah, I know it's you scolding me. But we used to have a lot of fun at this house. We did recordings at this house. Um, what's it called? One of our friends, you know, that was there. They moved out after a while, but before they had moved out, when the first night I stayed there, I could see what was there. The messenger. I could see what was there, and I didn't really say anything, and I wasn't gonna say anything for a few hours. You know, I stayed the night there. I woke up and I could see what was there, and I didn't know how one of the guys would take it. Like I knew Elliot would actually like be cool with it and trip out on it, but I didn't know how the other guy would take it. And what's it called? He had this little brother that had autism, and I knew his brother had a gift of sight, where they were sensitive and they could see things. I could pick that up in some people. Other people it's harder, only because they keep it to themselves so much that it's kind of hard. It's almost like they put a wall in front of that. Well, his little brother's running around, and I say he was like about 4, 5, or 6 years old at that time, and he's running around, and I'm in the hallway, uh, looking at that guy's room while that guy's talking to me, but also I'm looking past him, and I could see this guy that looked dead just standing there, and he didn't like kids, and I could see and feel before I even got to the hallway. I could see and feel the night before that there's this ghost of a kid that was there that stayed upstairs, and it would hardly come down unless the door to that room that was at the end of the hall was closed. Where that one dead guy, we could say, stayed at. Because that guy wouldn't go anywhere. He wouldn't move anywhere. He was just in that room, and he was kind of stuck standing there at that one place, right in front of that guy's closet. And so, what's it called? That roommate of ours, his brother stops. He was running around like nothing, like it's like he's having fun, and then he stops right next to me, and then he tugs on my shirt, kind of like, but at the bottom of my shirt. And I said, "What's up, buddy?" And he says, "He knows you see him. You see him too, huh?" And I said, "Tell me who? Who are you talking about, buddy?" He says, "That guy. That guy that's standing in my brother's room. He don't like kids, but he knows that we can see him. You see him, huh?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "He died here, huh?" And he says, "Yeah, he died here. He died right where he's standing. He was laying down and he died. He was laying down and no one was around, and he stopped breathing and his heart stopped. He looks dead, huh?" I said, "Yeah, and for reals, that roommate that I'm talking about that was standing there talking to me couldn't see this. He doesn't have that gift. But he believed it because his little brother, it's his little brother, and he told me that his little brother doesn't know how to lie, and I believe him. He's a little like 5-year-old with autism, and you know he's not. From what we knew, he wasn't the type that knew how to lie, the type of person that could lie or knew how to lie. Plus, I'm seeing the same thing he's seeing. And so he says he doesn't like kids. He don't like little kids. I say, he doesn't like you. He says, there's a little kid. You seen him, huh? He stays upstairs. I said, yeah, buddy. I've seen him. He's a cool little kid. He's little like you, huh? He says, yeah. He only comes down sometimes. Only sometimes. But you have to close that door right there, my brother's room, because that fat guy that's in there that's dead, he don't like kids. So if you close that door, then the little kid that's upstairs will come down and he'll play. And yeah, it was true though. We had this one roommate that had moved into that top room, and this was after this one annoying roommate had moved out. Uh, they moved up there, and he used to talk funny, all slow, like, "Hey, dog," And I told him about that upstairs room, and he didn't believe me. He did not believe me. He was making fun of me basically, and the other guys that were there were telling him, the same thing I told him, like, are you sure you want to move in here? And yeah, he was pretty stubborn about it, that he wanted to move in. Not that we had a problem with it. It was more that, are you sure, that you can handle that? And we told him beforehand what happens up there and stuff. Yeah, dog, there ain't nothing and this and that, So he moves upstairs, and he finished putting all his stuff in there, right? And me and about four to six other guys, because I know our friend Tony was there. We're sitting in the living room watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But the guy who had moved upstairs wasn't sitting down there watching it with us, so he didn't know what we were watching or anything, And he wasn't scared of scary movies. Plus, there's no ghost in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's just Texas Chainsaw Massacre, And it was the original one from the 70s. And so the opening scene starts, and I'm thinking, I want to sample that, And then I start talking to the other guys about sampling it. All of a sudden, we hear that one guy jump from his bed, slam open his door, and run downstairs, like, and then goes through the recording room that I had there, comes to the living room and says, "Hey, dog, so you guys were serious about it being haunted up there, huh?" I said, "Yeah, dude." Like, effing serious, dude. Like, it's cool as hell, I said a different word. It was bad A, but I don't want to cuss on here. And so what's it called? I said, "What happened, dude?" And he says, I was laying in bed. I had turned all the lights off already, and I had, put the covers over me, and I was laying there with my eyes closed. He says, and there was a restroom in his room. He says, I could hear, because he had the door open for the restroom. So I could hear like someone was in the restroom messing around with my stuff. And I knew none of you guys were up here. He says, so I stayed quiet and listened. He says, then, dog, I hear the sink turn on and turn off. He says, and it did it a couple of times, dog. Then it starts walking up to my bed slow. He says, and it sounded like a little kid walking, dog. Like, it didn't sound like it was a grown-up walking. It sounded like, someone small walking up to my bed. And right when it got up to my bed right here, my heart was beating fast. But I kept my eyes closed, dog, because I didn't want to see it. And he says, and then it went like this to his hair. And that's when he jumped up from his bed, slammed open the door, and ran downstairs. And we're laughing. As soon as he said that, I started laughing. I said, no, you can take it, dog. And there was another time, and this is the last one I'll tell, and then I'll do the card for collectives. And there was another time in that house where we had already been recording, and one of my nephews, he used to call her his sister because he was living with them for a while. This one girl, I had her doing female vocals for some tracks that I was doing for a couple of songs, and what's it called? So me and her are talking on the phone, and she's giving me different ideas for some of the effects that we threw in some of the two of the songs, and what's it called? So I'm all tripping out on some of the stuff she's telling me because she was a fast learner, And what's it called? She's telling me about some lyrics that she's seen that I had wrote, but I hadn't used them for any songs that she had an idea for music for that song. And right when I was gonna answer her about it, I stopped, and she says, "What? You don't like it or what?" And I said, "Dude, honestly." And I yelled, "Get the F out of my room right now. You don't have permission to touch me. I don't care how curious you are. I don't care that you didn't know that you're dead. Get out of my room right now before I call something to take you away." And you felt like as if the room was empty after that. Well, what had happened was, and it got me mad because it did it without my permission. When I was talking to that person, I felt a finger, and not like this finger. It was a little kid's finger made out of bone. So it wasn't the skin, it felt like bone and cold. Touched me from the outside of my leg, like about 5 inches above my knee, down all the way to my ankle, like. And what it was is it was curious, because I'm alive and I know that they're there, but at the same time, it doesn't understand because it's still a little kid, like what's going on. And so I scolded it. It never went into my room again. It never went into my room again. But you would hear it sometimes around the house. And that guy that was in our roommate's room could only stay in that room. So we knew if something was moved, or there was other times where like everything would be open, all the doors, all the dressers, everything in the kitchen and everything in the living room, and all the doors for every room would be open. We knew it was that kid, except it didn't open our roommate's door. That was all the way down in the hall where that dead guy would stand there. I hope Jennifer didn't leave. I'm doing the cards for collective now. Oh man, this is fun. I'm gonna keep doing this stuff. And I am going to start doing the videos for each zodiac sign. Scolding ghost kids with what the hell, I'm here. For reals. And I wasn't even a dad yet, and I was already scolding ghost kids. Let's see. But yeah, I've experienced a lot of cool things. A few people that are on that are in this chat room right now have experienced some cool things. So yeah, we need to start that podcast. I'm pretty sure quite a few people will start listening in. Let's see. Let's have some messages for collective. Let's start some messages for collective. Some messages for collective. Let's see. For all the zodiac signs. Why do people claim to smell sulfur when ghosts are around? That right there, that's not a ghost. That's most of the time that's an entity that has never been in human form. Sometimes it'll smell like rotten meat or sewage. It depends when it's that, but when it smells like sulfur, that's an entity that's never been in a human form. Sometimes if you smell like perfume or cigar or like what's it called? There's a period of time back in like September, I think it was. I was sitting right here where I'm sitting at, and my mom's sitting on the other couch over there. And right here where my hand is, right here, you could smell and it's this like to the point. It smelled like a Camel cigarette. Didn't smell like any other cigarette. Camel cigarette. And my mom looks at me and says, you know, and she didn't ask me if I could smell it or not. She just looks at me and says, you know, that's been happening for a few days now. She says, I know my dad's been visiting. I said, yeah, Mom, I dreamt of Grandpa Adolf a few nights ago. And she says, yeah, it started a few nights ago. I said, so do you think he's just standing here? She says, oh, well, sometimes I see like someone sit on that, where the guitar's at. Sit on that couch right there on that seat, right next to where you're sitting. When I'm watching TV, she says, I'll look and I'll just say, oh, hi. And then turn around and start watching TV again. But you could smell it like clear, like it was a Camel cigarette, you know. It didn't smell like Marlboros, didn't smell like Newports, and each cigarette smells different. If you've never really been around like smokers who smoke cigarettes, you won't be able to tell. For that person, it would be like, they just smell cigarette. But yeah, when you've been around, quite a few people that smoke different types of cigarettes and stuff growing up around that, yeah, you know what cigarette smells like what, and especially because it was my grandpa. I was like, oh man, I already knew it was my grandpa. Yeah, people come and visit sometimes. Some of my dead friends come and visit. Some of my dead relatives come and visit. But they're always welcome to visit. Only the cool ones come and visit. So, we're shuffling cards for collective. And who all is in the room right now? Who's in the room? And I don't mean ghosts that are here. I mean the people in the chat room right now for my live YouTube stream. Let's see. Shuffling for collective. Give us some good advice and some good messages for collective. What do we need to know? All of us, including me. What are some good positive messages? Good positive advice? What are some of the things we need to know? Too many to count if you had the ghost. One more shuffle. I was going to split them, but something tell me one more shuffle. Yeah. Someone's all up in their head and worrying about love. Woo! Okay. Split these in threes. All right. So, there's a tower moment. That means like we all are you too. So there's a tower moment that's happening right now. It's not too big of a tower moment. This right here just makes you realize all the things that you want and all the things that you don't want. And all the things you don't want, you throw it away and you rebuild a firm foundation with the things you do want. See, right here is not a strong foundation, and that's why this is crumbling down. But you get to rebuild a strong, firmer foundation. This right here is like it shakes up your world to kind of, and it's not even in a bad way. It's to teach you something. It's kind of like all of us right now are in some type of crossroads, and we will choose the right path. We just have to know that we are choosing the right path. And the way to do that is you step back and take your time. What feels right to you? You know, what feels right to you? And that's what you're gonna go and do. All right. Some of us do have to chill on our emotions. Not be cold like a robot, but kind of hold back on our emotions. Like the people that like to be hugged and all that, go ahead and hug them. But other people, like if you feel like giving them a hug and stuff, but you're not too sure, just let them know, hey, you look like you need a hug. You want a hug? You know, that's an example. That's just an example. That's just an example. You know, it could be literal for some of us, you know, for anybody who watches this, but it's just an example. You know, keep a balance in your emotions, because a lot of, I think every single one of us that's in this room right now is a very deep person. You know, it's just some people don't get it. They misunderstand. You know, let's see. Basically what this is saying right here, when it comes to our love lives, we don't really have to do a thing. We just sit back and enjoy and let it unfold by itself. Let it come to us. And we attract it by distracting ourselves with if you want to call it distracting ourselves, but keeping yourself busy with the things that we like doing. You know, and it don't matter what it is, as long as it keeps us in a positive vibe. It keeps us groovy. As long as we're in that groovy vibe, all the good things will start being drawn to us like as if we're a magnet. And we don't really have to do anything. It'll just start happening. Each and every one of us are getting positive messages soon. Some of us might be traveling, but for most of us, what this is positive messages going back and forth. And for a handful of us, like a lot of us, these are passionate, flirty messages or really important messages. Either way, they're positive messages that we're going to be receiving soon. And some of this could be about work, but mostly this right here is about dating. It's about love. It's good news that you've been waiting for. You know, good news you've been waiting for. And when it happens, it's gonna trip us out, and it's almost like we're gonna be like, well, should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Shouldn't I? Yeah, you should. Yeah, I should. Been waiting for it. We've been waiting for it. So when it does happen, embrace it. Embrace it. Let it happen. You'll feel confused and surprised, like, what? For real? Yup, for real. The lovers. For real. For real. And yes, this is the Gemini card. But Jen, don't worry. Most honestly, most of the time, and especially towards you, Jen, it's not going to be a Gemini, but it might be. For me, yeah, it's Gemini. And for other people, this is the Gemini card, but it doesn't have to mean that it's a Gemini. That's one of the reasons why I don't go by saying like, oh, it's a Leo, oh, it's a Gemini, oh, it's a Cancer, oh, it's a Scorpio, oh, it's a Capricorn. I don't do that because it confuses people. Because since it's for collective and since they are general readings, when I do general readings or now that I'm doing readings for collective, I don't go by the zodiac sign. Yeah, that card is yours. I'm done with them forever. No more Geminis for Jennifer. But that's why I don't really do like, oh, it's gonna be a Cancer, or oh, it's gonna be a Scorpio, or oh, it's gonna be a Taurus. I see other readers do that, and that's the way they do it. Everybody has their own way of doing it. And when I'm doing a personal reading, I'll ask, hey, do you know if this zodiac sign resonates with you? And if it does, well, then we know exactly what person that is. Or if they've never met the person, then I'll say, well, it could be these signs. But don't go just by the sign, because what it could be also is that that person is taking on that energy, and they're not that zodiac sign. They're just taking on either air energy, like they're thinking a lot, contemplating a lot. That fire energy, either they're really passionate or they're gonna take action. Or that water energy, it's some type of emotion, you know, uh, but or someone who's really creative, but what's it called? Yeah, uh, you, we're gonna be tripping out because this person or people hit us up. For me, it's a person. Jennifer and Elliot already know exactly who it is. I know exactly who it is. And for everyone else, if you haven't met this person yet, don't be surprised if someone starts to flirt with you. Or if you see a person that you think it's cute, and you kind of feel shy about, approaching them, give them your message. Why? Because you've been waiting on this. You've been waiting on this. You've been waiting for that opportunity. But more than likely, what it's going to be for most of us is the messages are going to come to us. The person is going to come to us. And you're going to have a choice. And it's going to be an important choice. And you will make the right choice. Okay? And it's love. Do that choice with love. All right. For some of you, this person right here is a Taurus. And when they do approach you, it's not fake. For others of you, going back to, where, like, why I don't like saying, oh, this is a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. This could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, is because it doesn't have to be the sign of what this card falls under. This card is an earth card. It's an earth card. But what it's saying is, because of that pentacle, material, earth, what it's saying is this person is being real. They want something real and solid. And it'll grow into something bigger and better. And for others of you, pretty soon, if you don't give up, you're going to be able to have the pinnacle that you wanted. In other words, you'll be able to be doing better in the financial aspect of your life. Okay? All right. But for others of us, when this person comes to us and gives us the message, when they give us this message, yeah, we're going to be tripping out. But this message of love or flirtiness, this message is real. They're not lying. They're not gaslighting you. If that's the way you use that term. But they're not pulling your chain. They're not pulling your leg. They're actually being sincere. They actually are being real. Okay. And this person has changed a lot. And like I've been saying, we're at a crossroads, but we will choose the right path. We have our whole future in our hands, the whole world in our hands right now. We will choose the right path that we need to go down. Follow both your heart and your head. Make a balanced choice. Okay? And you'll make the right choice. Okay. And yeah, you'll make the right choice. Look, we made the right choice already, whether we know it or not. See, there's flowers here. These flowers bloom. That's the best path to take. Look at this path. There's no flowers here. You see? So we'll make the right choice. We will. It might be a little confusing at first, but we'll do it. We'll do it right. Things will become clear also. We'll get the truth and things will come clear. Also, you have to be honest also, And for others of us, you're going to cut things out that no longer serve you and keep the things that do serve you. And leave the things that no longer serve you in the past. So that way it's like you're starting a clear new slate. Things will be balancing out for us. Also, for those of us that will be getting into a relationship or are in a relationship and things have been kind of, topsy-turvy, it'll start balancing out. And for some of you that were just worried about financial stuff, if you don't give up, things will start balancing out for you. Okay? You'll have a little extra money to enjoy also. This right here, for those of us that are single, we're not going to be single for so long. That's why I laughed. I already knew another card that was going to come up after it was going to say it. That which once was dead shall rise back up and outnumber the living. So for those of us that have been single for a while, that's going to change and stop. For those of us that have been waiting for, the chance to make money or do something better for money, that time is coming already. Okay? So I'll be out with the old, in with the new, or resurrection, and be able to reconcile. Or things will be judged in our favor, and fairly. All right? Good things are coming for us. I don't know if I'm ready to give up this glamorous single life. You can take your time and take it slow. Have fun dating them. When they do come around, have fun dating them. It's not like you're going to move in with them right away. All of our situations are going to be different. JK, joke. All of our situations are going to be a little different. It's however it resonates with you. For whoever else is watching and whoever else does watch this video in the future, it's going to resonate different with you, but you'll more or less know how it applies to you. Also, been holding tight onto something. Money's been tight for us. Been holding tight to the things that we've been desiring and wanting to manifest, desiring to manifest. It's coming. It's coming. We just have to keep holding on. But at the same time, don't let it block our heart chakra. Okay? Let the love flow. And for most of you out there, be careful how you spend your money. And stop stressing over stuff. Find some sleep. Stop worrying. A lot of it's in your head. These swords right here, that's the air symbol. Air, thoughts. A lot of it's in your head. Things could be worse, but they're not. Okay? Be grateful for what you have already. And like I said, things will start balancing out in our favor. Right here, they'll be judged in our favor. Judgment. Judgment came out already in our favor. For others, basically for all of us, this card also means the karma that we have made for ourselves is going to get paid back to us. And it's not going to be karma, dharma, or however you say it. In other words, the good that we have been doing and the good things that we deserve, don't worry. because we deserve the good things. And that's exactly what the universe is going to give back to us. Okay? All right. Let's pull out one more card. Okay? But we'll do it this way. Okay. Is there any other messages that we need to know? Yes. All right. We will be reaching our goals. Some goals will take a little longer than others, but we will each be reaching our goals. Whether it's family, it has to do with relationships, if it has to do with money, whatever it is, we will be reaching our goals. Okay, we will come to complete exactly what it is that we need to complete, so that we can complete that journey and reach that finish line and grab our trophy. All right? Because we deserve it. We do deserve it. And I know that will happen for us. It will. And some of you, watch your stuff. Watch your stuff. Why? Because this could mean that something of yours might go missing. Something of yours could get stolen. Also, somebody might be coming. That's what she said. This could mean that someone from your past that had broken your heart is coming back. They've kind of feel guilty about it. But for most of you, watch your stuff, because something could go missing. And those of you that what's it called? Are having someone come back from your past. Be grown up about it. Don't say "I told you so." Don't say don't respond with the big fat ego. Don't respond with the big head. Actually, be grown up about it and speak from the heart. Learn to forgive this person, because, like I said at the beginning, when this person comes in, when they give you this message, they actually mean it. Okay? They actually mean it. For others of you, do your best, because you are the best, and you're going to be able to steal someone else's job. I'm not lying. I do not BS anybody, especially when it comes to tarot reading. Be your best, be on top of your game, because you just might steal someone else's job, and that's a good thing. All right, take someone else's place. All right, I hope you guys had fun, because I had fun. And I think this was pretty cool. It was different too. I've never seen any other person that does tarot reading sit here and talk to everyone and tell ghost stories and have fun this way. So I'm gonna keep doing this. And also, Elliot, we do need to talk about the podcast that we're gonna start doing. Definitely start doing. We can do this on like Spotify or something. We'll figure it out though. We'll figure out how to do this. We might have to use well, I know we're going to have to use some type of program, whether it's Messenger or something. We might have to record it and then turn around and throw it on Spotify. We'll see exactly how we do this. It would be cool if we could kick back and use the cameras. Like you can use the camera on your phone. I can use the camera on my laptop and actually, video us talking to each other and stuff, and having other people call in. Oh, the phone's not here. I'll even set up my phone so like people can call and put it on speakerphone and tell their story or whatever. But we're gonna do this. It's been a long time coming that we need to do something like this. So it started off with them videos that Heather uploaded to YouTube, and now, yeah, the podcast is actually a cooler idea. I got a good feeling about it. Well, you guys, I hope you guys had fun. Make sure to smash on that like button. Make sure to smash that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. Tell all your friends about it, about this channel. Brag about me to them. And what's it called? Share my videos, especially the ones that you guys like the most. Share my videos on any platform that you guys use, whether it's Facebook or what have you. And if you can do me a favor and use your Instagram and type in on your story or take a screenshot of my YouTube's front page, and put that up on your Instagram and say, hey, you guys got to come and watch this guy, and go smash that subscribe button and that like button and hit that bell notification icon. That way he can continue doing what he's doing, because I do this because for me it's fun and I love helping people. And I've been doing this since before I was a teenager, so yeah. Yep. And on video, yes. Conference call on video. Yep. It'll be fun, watch. It'll be fun. And then I have this option here to be able to record what my screen has on it. So, yeah, we'll do this. Well, you guys, I really had fun. If I didn't, I wouldn't have said it about 100 times already. I hope you guys had fun, and thank you for tuning in to Night Sky Ministries tarot reading. Love you all. You guys be back. And I'm going to do this again tomorrow. So if you like this, tune on in tomorrow. I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to try to start doing this every day at 6 o'clock California time. All right? 6 o'clock California time. So if any of you guys are in Arizona or Colorado or Texas or New York or Hawaii or Russia, Germany, whatever time zone that you're in, the Middle East, whatever time zone that you're in, and you feel like watching this, go Google 6 o'clock California time, 6 p.m. to be exact, not 6 a.m. All right, you guys. Love you guys. You guys have fun. Take care. Have a beautiful night. Have a fun night. Okay? Give everybody a hug. And give them a hug for me. Say Georgie Porgy from Night Sky Ministries Tarot Reading sends you a hug. And peace out. And check you laters.